Hi everybody, today I'm going to be reviewing and showing you how to play the game Grape Escape. This game came out from Parker Brothers in 1992 and it is for 2 to 4 players. Now in Grape Escape you are going to be playing the part of grapes made out of Play-Doh, and you're going to be trying to get to the finish before everybody else does. However, you're going to have to try to get through the dreaded jam maker, which can mutilate your grapes in a variety of ways. So let's check it out. So in this game of brutality, you're going to be receiving 4 cases of what is called grape goop in 4 different colors. And this is basically just Play-Doh, and you can get this at a store for very, very cheap. Anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and create some grape figures using the Play-Doh, and I'll go ahead and show you how you can make one. It's pretty simple. You have this little grape maker which comes in 2 pieces. What you'll do is you'll just stick some Play-Doh in there and you'll squeeze it together like so, and then it will go ahead and create your grape. So you'll just take the edges off like so, and then you'll make your grape, and then you'll go ahead and place it over here on the start position, over here like so. Now, the object of the game is you're going to try to get from the start to the finish, but what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go through the dreaded jam maker. Now, essentially, the jam maker is a torture device that is basically going to mutilate the grapes. Now, here's the way the jam maker works. You've got this crank here. You're going to just assemble it, and as you can see, you've got all these parts moving around with the jam maker. So up first we have the roller. So what you'll do is you'll take your grape and you'll stick them in there and you'll start to crank it up, and he's going to start getting rolled on roll. Yeah, let's go ahead and make it overly dramatic. Yeah, baby. So yeah, as you see now, he has no face. Up next we have the big boot. Big boot, pretty simple to use here. You'll just stick the grape in there, spin the thing, and he's going to get squashed by the boot. I'm not done with you yet. There we go. Up next we have the cutter, pair of scissors. Stick your grape in there, crank her up. Yeah, cut me in half. No, 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 no. Yep, that's what you got left, half a grape. And finally you have the saw. This one's rather brutal. You'll stick the grape in here, or you'll keep them in here however you want, and then you'll just basically push this down and start sawing away. La, 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 la. And here we have half a grape. So that's basically what these grapes are going to have to go through. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll the die, and if the die ends up rolling on a number, say 1, the grape will go ahead and move that amount of spaces. Now, if his space ends on the jam maker, you're simply going to go ahead and put him over there like so. So that would happen if you rolled 2. If you end up rolling what is called the grape leap, you are going to end up in the lead by 1 space. So since pink right now is in the lead, if yellow rolled the grape leap, he would jump ahead 1 space like so. Now, where it gets very fun is when you end up rolling the crank. What's going to happen is you're going to go ahead and activate the jam maker, and any of the grapes that are in any of these spots where these traps are going to get squashed and cut and all that. Now, if there happen to be no grapes in there, you're going to get to choose which grape on the board you want to place in any one of these spaces. And any grape that ends up getting mutilated by the jam maker is going to have to basically get remade with this, or if you want to be really malicious, you can just leave the grape in the condition that he is and just have him start back on start where he's at. So anyway, you're just going to continue rolling the die, moving around the board, trying to avoid the jam maker, and the person that ends up getting all the way to the finish line is going to win the game. So we have a board game called Splat, which is another game that uses Play-Doh, and this is a game I really enjoy playing. It's very simple. It's a kid's game, but this is a game where you're splatting bugs, and it just leaves all this mess on the board. And it's just funny being able to just squash people's bugs. Well, this game's kind of the same way, only a little bit more intricate, I guess you can say, because now you can saw grapes in half, you can squash them with a boot, you can cut them, you can roll them, and it's kind of funny just to be able to watch these grapes just get all mangled up, and just being able to be the one that's mangling them. It's like, nah, nah, and then having to send everybody back to start. Now, one thing I like to do is, rather than actually make another grape and then put it back on start, I'll just leave the grape as it is, so by the time it gets to the finish line, if it even gets there, it's just a big mangled mess. This game is a kid's game, and really the premise is very simple. You're just trying to get to the finish line, and the jam maker is the star of this game. If it didn't have the jam maker, it would be pretty much just a simple roll and move, right? So this is a game that I enjoy playing with my son. He enjoys watching the Play-Doh get smashed, and it's just fun if you like Play-Doh games, because the main thing with those things is they're going to get mangled up somehow. So a lot of my friends that like vintage games, this game is typically on their top lists, top 50 list or so. And they did do a re-release of this game, but it has a different looking jam maker. This is not a game that has a lot of strategy at all. So really, this game is just about mangling grapes and having fun. All right, guys, that's my review of Grape Escape. We'll see you. Keep on gaming.